Welcome to episode 21. 21 straight weeks of writing two brand new songs and learning a cover I have not learned before. You help inspire me each week. This week I didn't get any specific inspiration, so I had to come up with something myself. And here's what comes up, something really strange. I like writing from strange narrators' points of view. See if you can get who this narrator is. Hint. It's not a person. And the song's called The Deceivers, just written a few moments ago. I came upon your sphere. I was told it was your time. But when I saw what was there, to try to save you is a crime. Pollution in the sky, they are believers. Can I get past the lie of the deceivers? The deceivers. I see your planet blue and sadness everywhere. I see you'll soon be through. The prime directive makes it fair. Praying to the man, 'cause they're believers. They do not understand there are deceivers. The deceivers. Flying away today, I cannot tell you where I'll go. Flying away today from the ignorance they all know. I don't want to try to get between the future or the past. I just will deny the needs of the clueless backward mass. Crying to the skies, they're believers. When they have been the prey of the deceivers. Crying to the skies, they're believers. But they have been the prey of the deceivers. The deceivers. The deceivers. The deceivers. The deceivers. The Deceivers, brand new. Song number 762. Here comes another one. But first I have to write it. Well, here's song number 763, just written, literally finished a minute or two ago. It's possible it might still need some tweaking. You notice I have a different guitar. This is my beloved Guild, beautifully restored by Blair Savercool. And it's in Nick Drake tuning. I only keep it here in the house because it's a heavy guitar to take around, but it's a pretty sound. Hopefully you enjoy this song. I promised my musical partner, Steve Lessick, I'd try to write some more upbeat songs in this tuning. Well, here's one. It's called Thompson's Corner. Me and Martha, we got to go to Thompson's Corner, don't you know? There we'll do the do-si-do and we'll dance the night away. Old man Thompson smokes his pipe, clasps his hands most every night. Sometimes he'll have to break up fights as we dance the night away. Mrs. Thompson, she is there with her 3 daughters, bright and fair. The young men try to get her ear as we dance the night away. The first daughter's name is Anne-Marie, wants to live in the high country. She dances faster than a flea, how she'll dance the night away. Second daughter's Betsy Lou, she dances like a kangaroo, hops up and down, makes a big to-do, how she'll dance the night away. Me and Martha, we laugh aloud as we walk away from the loud crowd. But try not to feel so damn proud, we don't dance too well ourselves. The youngest gal is Abigail, she dances slow as a 6 snail. Push her along but to no avail, we hope she won't dance how we pray. Hell, me and Martha, we gotta go from Thompson's Corner, don't you know? There we did the do-si-do and we danced the night away. And we danced the night away. And we danced the night away. With Anne-Marie, with a Betsy Lou, with Abigail, and Mr. and Mrs. Thompson. Well, there you have it, just written. Thompson's Corner, song number 763. There's a couple characters in that song. I like putting characters together. I have to admit they're not well-rounded and subtly formed, but you get a sense of their personalities. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Might be a fun song. You never know. Anyhow, we have a cover. Got to decide what cover I have to learn now. I really appreciate you listening. Be back in literally a second. Okay, here goes nothing. This is a song I once knew. The only time I ever performed it was at my friend's house. That friend was Heidi Wolfson. I never performed it live. This is an interesting song. It was referenced by Richard Hunt, singer-songwriter from Philadelphia. And it's interesting because it's the same topic of one of my best, quote, known, among the few people that have heard me in the world, songs. This is a song about Alfred Packer. It's the only other song I know about Alfred Packer, but it's very different from the song Alfred Packer, which is a song I've written. This is called The Ballad of Alfred Packer by the late, great Phil Ochs. Phil Ochs is a phenomenal singer-songwriter from the 60s and early 70s. If you have not heard him before, go right away to Phil Ochs, an important figure in the history of folk and American singer-songwriters. However, I don't think this is one of his better songs, but it's still pretty fun. The Ballad of Alfred Packer. in the state of Colorado in the year of 74. They crossed the sand-wound mountains, growing hungry to the core. Their guide was Alfred Packer, they trusted him too long, for his character was weak, his appetite was strong. Along the Gunnison River, an Indian camp they espied. An Indian chief approached them, to stop them he did try. He warned them of the danger in the snow that lay around. But the danger was in Packer, for his hunger knew no bound. They called him a murderer, a cannibal, a thief. Oh, it just doesn't pay to eat anything but government-inspected beef. 2 cold months went by, Packer came back alone. My comrades, they all froze to death, I'm starving, he did moan. The Indian chief knew how he lied, he spat upon the ground. For Packer's belly hung out over his belt, he'd gained some 30 pounds. They called him a murderer, a cannibal, a thief. It just doesn't pay to eat anything but government-inspected beef. Well, for 9 long years he ran away, but he was finally tried. He claimed he didn't kill them, he only ate their hide. That county had 6 Democrats until that man arrived. Well, only one lives on today, he ate the other 5. They called him a murderer, a cannibal, a thief. Well, it doesn't pay to eat anything but government-inspected beef. 18 years he stayed in jail, it was a dreadful fate. For he suffered indigestion every time he ate. Still it's hard to blame this hungry guy who went searching for the mines. For when he ate his friends, he'd never heard of Duncan Hines. A little dark humor there from Phil Ochs. That's my cover for today. A song I really didn't know, although I had once learned it 15 years ago, 20 years ago to play once. So I think it still counts as a song that was not in my repertoire until we went on this quest. Thank you always for listening to Quest for 1,000 Songs. As long as I know I have listeners, I have a reason to write. And I like writing. It's fun. Hopefully you enjoyed something today. If you did, please like. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Until next week, thanks again.